everybody, it's John with Teays River Bush Lore. Sitting here, I had the opportunity to try out the Lt Wright Mitch Mitchell designed native survival knife. You can see the contoured handle. It's a big beefy handle. This knife has got some heft to it. It feels like it's ready to go to work as soon as you put it in your hand. And if the wind's noisy, I apologize for that. It's been windy all day, and this is the only time I've had to shoot any video. But everybody, this knife came out over a year ago, and I believe the second run is getting ready to come out now, or soon. You can see the LT Wright stamp on there, and on the presentation side, the Mitch Mitchell stamp, Native Survival, his school, I believe, Native Survival School. It's got the Woodsman green liners and the natural wood looking micarta scales, 2 bolts, lanyard hole, and a Puko design blade. Now, I guess Mitch designed it with the handle in mind. The Puko design on the blade's been around since men were able to bend iron to their will and make knives, I guess. It's been around a long time. A Norwegian style blade. It's 1/8 inch thick. I believe it's 4 inches long, 4 and a quarter maybe. But I mean, for me, after using it, I don't really believe that it's going to work well for me because of the handle. Now, I've seen a lot of reviews on this knife, and they've all been really good reviews. And now, don't take me wrong, it's a very well-made knife, and the Puko's a tried and tested blade. But the Scandi is really short. The grind is really short. I'm used to a little bit taller grind. Now the Genesis doesn't have a very big grind for a Scandi, but it's bigger than it's not like a high Scandi or anything, but you can see the difference in the grind. Both of these are Scandi grind. Of course, this being 3V here, but it's about the same on the A2 models, and this being 01, the Native Survival knife. I mean, you can do some fine feather sticking, as you can see right there. Get some really nice tight curls out of it. The high Scandi for me, just more workable, but the difference that I find, for one, the handle's not as tall on most knives as it is on the Native Survival knife. Now, for me, contour handles usually don't work that good, and this is not an exception. It does not work well for me to use every day. I don't think well, I know that I wouldn't just choose to take this knife out. If I had to do with this knife, yeah, I'd have no problem, making do with it. It's a very well-made knife, and it's a good design. Just like I said, don't take me wrong, and take my opinions on everything with a grain of salt, because that's just what they are, as an opinion. And most of the reviews I've seen on this knife, well, about all of them, have been just great reviews on it. I don't believe I'm going to give it a great review. It's a good review, but like I said, good knife. Just not for me. I could very well make do with this knife if I had to, but wouldn't be by choice. There's just not enough. There's too much back end weight and not enough weight in the front for me. But that's just me, like I said. Jude sent me this knife. It's his personal knife. He sent it to me just to give it a try, and see what I thought and give an honest review on it. Now, my honest review is, Doesn't work for me. I want to love this knife. I love the design of it. I love the concept that Mitch had when he designed this knife. Of course, I love Lt Wright's work. Phenomenal work. Peter's heat treat. All that's just great. And Jude, I appreciate you sending this knife for me to try out. I have had a good time working with it. I've been working on and off, you know, with this blade for over a month, and I believe I'm getting ready to ship it back to you after I clean it up and everything, of course. But yeah, it's a good knife. And as I was saying, there was some controversy when this knife first came out, and I got off track. But everybody said, oh, that looks like a Mora, it looks like a Mora. People, a Mora is a Puko knife. This is a Puko knife. The design, a Mora looks like a Puko. I mean, come on. I'm not going to go any more into that because it just, yeah, y'all know the rest. But there you have it. That's my 2 cents worth on the native survival knife. I want to love this knife, but I can't. Personally, I can't. And it's all right here. This part I love. This part there, it's too back end heavy for me. It's too tall. It's got a good width to it, and I can squeeze that right there, and I got hot spots all the way around. So yeah, that's just not for me, but it is a nice knife, and I really wish I could like this knife to use, that is. I like it to look at, but as a user, I think I'll pass on that. And there you go. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Jude, thanks for sending me this knife. I've been wanting to try one out for a year and almost pulled the trigger on one, and I did not. And thanks to you, I'm glad I didn't waste my money, but I don't think it would have been a waste of money. I could have traded it very fast. These knives, if you get one you don't like it, you're not going to have any problem getting rid of it. There's a lot of people out there that really want one of these knives because there weren't that many of them made, and being this is a first edition, first run, I think they only made 100, so I'm kind of interested to see what the second run's going to look like. If it's going to look exactly the same, if it's been tweaked, but we'll see. But you guys, thanks for watching. Jude, thank you for sending that, and we'll catch you on the next one.